our page. Thank you so much for visiting our page again. Today we're gonna talk about all the mind-blowing stuff we hear about coronavirus. There's so many news out there that you're just shocked to hear about those. That's why we just put together this video based on the comments, questions, and also the question they sent to us, reading the news, and also searching around about just some mind-blowing stuff. So in this video, we're just purely going to talk about those as a question and answer. We're going to go over those to see if, what is going on, and make sure you guys don't trust exactly what you hear and get the actual right news. Today that I'm going to publish is going to be March 29th. So I just want to make sure you know about this date, because it's something about virus like this is changing dramatically. So that's why you need to know exactly when we hear the news to make sure we be up to date. All right. So there's so many questions. So here are the questions. I'm cheating. I'm gonna look at my questions. There's so many of them, but it's just like fun to hear about some of this. All right, let's start with the questions. First thing first, we talk about WHO and CDC. Many people ask, what are this? Like who they are, what they do. So WHO, World Health Organization. What they do, they're just watching over the health aspects of everything around the world. So they are the people we can trust right now. Read the news from their website. So this is more reliable source. On the other hand, we have CDC. What is CDC? It's a Center of Disease Control and Prevention. What they do, they're actually watching over the health aspects. They're mainly based on the US, and they want to make sure they protect the US borders, but they have actually branches and everything all around the world to make sure what is going on and helping also WHO. But WHO is overshadowing basically the CDC. All right, let's get back to our questions. So what does COVID-19 stand for? This is everybody asking. So CO is for corona, and then VI is for virus, and D is for disease. What is 19? 2019. Why? Because the disease start at December 31st, 2019. Is it really a good name? No. They come up with it to change it from coronavirus to this. They didn't do a good job, but it is what it is. Let's move on. This is really important. Everybody asks, what are some amino boosters we can take to in order to we hear so much advertisement? If you want to fight infections, let's get this. These are all fake advertisements. Do not fall for them. They are just scams. They just want to get your money, and this is false advertisement. Do not fall for it. Those people who advertise this fake stuff like this in this critical time is actually worse than actually having this virus spread around. It's really upsetting that some people try to make an advantage by selling masks and stuff a little more expensive, or even actually passing all this fake stuff all around the news and everything. So please do not trust them. We can stop them from all this stuff that they're doing. They know they can get us by buying their stuff, but don't fall for it at all. Next thing is they're asking about temperature. The temperature ask was really a lot of question about temperature. Can temperature change? Actually, specifically when it comes to the temperature and as far as the weather, so let's think about this. They're hoping summer can stop this, but this is actually not proven. CDC says we don't know what is happening when it comes to the summer. We have to wait and see. So not so hopeful looking at the future for summer, but think about it. They are doing a study, and WHO just released this last night. They were saying that when they are testing this on a lab basis, a temperature above 55 and 60 and 70 is actually shown to kill the viruses or actually stop it from surviving. But is it really true that it's exactly the same thing happened when the season go to the summer? Is not proven. So we have to wait and see. So do not just have your hope up that make sure it's summer, everything gonna get better. You're hoping, but not sure about it. This is relating to the temperature. What I heard, we're going to the basically humid area. Another thing, going to the spa and basically using the sauna, it turns out, is it really helpful? Not necessarily, because think about this. If you go into the humid area, the humid actually helping this stuff to grow even better. When you go into the dry one, think about this. When you want to go to this spa area, think about it. In the US, they are closed, but around the world, if they're open, think about what is happening. You have to go outside of your home, change your dresses, get to the car, go to that area. This is just like exposure, exposure, exposure. So what's the point? No, don't go. What's the point? All right, I killed so many viruses. Great. No, that's not the case. Because why they're supposed to be actually killing something is down in my lung is actually not the case. People actually hurting themselves by blowing hot water in their mouth. So it turns out this is just like actually a fake information. Do not fall for it, because you're actually damaging yourself. And these are just like something you cannot even trust. So don't do it. Please don't do it. Come on top of that, we're talking about drinking a lot of hot water and drinking a lot of cold water. It's really great you drink water. I'm so happy this is an excuse you drink water, because we all actually do not drink enough. But hot water and cold water, doesn't matter how cold or hot it is, to the point you even burn yourself, doesn't matter. Your body is actually a system in a way to keep the temperature same. So deep inside, we are same. So if we go outside in ice or in a hot summer, deep inside our body temperature is managed to be same. So it means doesn't matter how much we put different water temperature in our body, still viruses surviving in the temperature inside, if they are inside. So don't do that. Another thing is like putting alcohol all over my body. Why? Why are we going to do this? In this time that we are actually short on alcohol, don't waste it and put it on your body. Why is it supposed to be helping you? It's not. The virus is inside. Even you put acid on you burn yourself, the viruses is actually protected because they are in the cell. So don't do it, please. Now we're talking about alcohol. Is it perfect time to talk about different questions? Some question came that what are the different forms of alcohol? We have isopropyl alcohol, we have methyl alcohol, we have ethyl alcohol. What are they used? Isopropyl alcohol usually used for disinfections of the instruments when you go to the a hospital settings and basically medical field and everything. So this is usually used for cleaning products. On the other hand, methyl alcohol, it comes actually to clean the paint and everything used in the construction zones and everything, and it's different. And then ethyl alcohol is for drinking. So don't go on Amazon and buy stuff like methyl and ethyl if it's not necessarily, because isopropyl alcohol is the one they were asking for cleaning. And think about it. When you're talking about ethyl alcohol, if you're drinking this, you go to my body, we have a lot of protein and everything in my body. Does it damage my body and basically I have hole in my body as I drink it? No. So think about it. If I'm drinking it and I'm surviving and everything is good in my body, then probably not so much virus is going to get affected as much either. So don't just buy vodka and pour on it. So don't do that. Another thing about drinking alcohol, so many people ask, if you're drinking, is it going to help us? No. Is it gonna make you calm down? Maybe, but don't do it. Why we wanted to kill the viruses by drinking alcohol? That's absolutely doesn't make sense. Plus, on top of this, I see so many people buying it. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but I hope they don't drink this much, because soon after coronavirus, then we're gonna have people with liver issue all over. So please don't do it. Now it comes to the point that washing stuff. We see people washing everything like dramatically. Like I see to the point that the people washing the bread and or like blow dry their food, and why are we doing all this? So for when we are warming everything like bread or like warming our foods, that's just already enough. That what we're doing. We don't have to just panic like this. This is exactly what led to the stress. This is the last thing guys want, because all this stress, panicking, watching news all over and don't sleep, it adds to one thing. Stress all over, your immune system come down, and then eventually you are the next victim for coronavirus because you cannot fight it. So don't do it. That's nothing to be worried about. Just warm up your food. Simple as get. And then it was question about ibuprofen. Sadly, it was so much advertisement of ibuprofen. Go take ibuprofen, it's gonna help you. Do not do that, because ibuprofen 101 is once you take it, over a long time it can damage your actually GI tract, and you have upset stomachs and eventually bleeding from it. So this is just pure advertisement. They want you to get it. Do not do it. These why painkiller? Think about it. Why painkiller is supposed to help you with the virus? Don't do it. It was another thing come up. I see in few patients was ACE and ARBs. Those are a couple of medication and people takes for blood pressure control, and people with the diabetes supposed to take in order to protect the kidney. Some of the names you probably have: losartan, lisinopril, all those medication. If you are taking it or your loved one taking it, please make sure they say take it. American Heart Association put actually information out that if you want to take it in order to, because it was actually in the news that if you take it, you're going to be more prone to take it. They say do not fall for that. You have to take it because you have blood pressure issue. You have to take it because you have diabetes issue. So do not just stop your medication, because eventually soon you're going to get damage from those, and that's the last thing you want. Other question everybody asks is about zinc. They're thinking, is it zinc really helpful or not? So In reality, there are so many studies going on around about the zincs, and they wanted to check to make sure if it works. In the lab setting, yes, it works. In the reality outside, whether it works or not, still is a question. So it is also part of that marketing that you have to make sure don't fall on it, and then also don't panic. So that's another thing to be aware of. Let's talk about another question that everybody asks about pets at home. What's going to happen? So CDC specifically says there is not much information about it out there, but if you have a pet at home, think about this. If there is someone actually sick and then stop petting your pets and then play with them and hug them and everything, so think about what will be happen. That pets will be act exactly like the surfaces. They will have contamination on them, and then as soon as somebody else touch them, it's easily get you on your hand and you can put it on your mouth, ear, and eyes. So as far as this, you have to be careful. As far as getting sick, nowadays is human to human, so that's the one you have to be worried about. Whether the animals get sick or not, CDC specifically says there's not much information out there, so you don't need to panic. Another thing everybody asking about nowadays, everybody are going with the shoes everywhere. So think about this. Now your shoes can be definitely dirty, and then as you're going outside, when you're coming back home, think about if you can leave it outside, clean underneath, don't bring it inside, don't wear shoes at home because that easily bring the contamination to your home. So you have to be careful about this as well. Some other people ask about masks. So that's specifically what I wanted to talk about. There are different forms of the mask out there. This mask is, we have N95, which is nowadays is recommended for the people in healthcare to wear it. There's a regular mask, but which is everywhere sold out. So at the end of the day, you don't have to be panicked because CDC and WHO specifically says about the mask. If you're not sick, you don't have to wear it. But if you are sick, yes, you have to wear it. Because if you're sick, you just want to make sure that respiratory droplets do not get to everybody else. So yes, you're going to wear it. But if you're not sick, what's the point of wearing this? Because you don't have anything to pass it around, so you don't have to panic. And also paying this much money for the masks on online services like Amazon everywhere, it goes dramatically high. So there are also some new masks and new companies make some weird masks. They say our masks protect you better. Don't fall for that. You don't have to wear that. If you're healthy, you're perfectly fine. Even on those fact sheets, which I was referring earlier. So what's going on? They say just get a normal napkin, cough on it, and then don't hold on to it. Just toss it in the regular trash cans and then get rid of it. Because at this point, will be do the same thing as long as you don't pass it. Will be do the same thing as mask. So that's the most important one. As always, at the end of each video, we're gonna talk about our page mission, what it is, be kind to your health. How we can be kind to our health at this time, stay home and pass the information around. So you can see in this video, we talk about so many weird stuff going around. So please pass it around to your family members, to your friends, so they know about this in order to be able to get rid of all this fake stuff. And then make sure we do not fall in just fake advertisement and spend money on some stuff we don't need it. Hope you all stay healthy out there. Thank you so much for watching. Till next video, everybody.